We are now recording into the cloud. Welcome to Nigel's Wicked Workouts. It's 10 a.m. It's Tuesday morning on the 26th of January, 2021. And we are going to train your core. I'm just going to angle up my camera a little bit. Get this around to here. There we go. So I'd like you to start off by lying down on your back, on your mat, and stretching out your legs for me, please. Oh, arms above, legs below, and stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. Open up your abdominal wall. Lift those knees into the chest. Give those a nice little set of circles. Good. Change direction. Circles, just warming up lower back a little bit, increasing the size of those circles, pushing the back into the mat. Good. Feet down flat. We're going to do spinal mobilization. So tilting the pelvis up and then slowly lifting yourself up off the mat. Oh, slowly lowering those vertebrae down one at a time. Tilt and lift, lowering down. Nice and steady. Lovely. Let's do a few more of these. Tilt and lift. Good, as high as you can. One vertebrae at a time. It's the almost imperceptible little mobilization of each vertebrae one at a time. Tilt, back, and down. Good, Russian twist. Arms down flat, slowly down to one side. Good, bring it up. This is such a wonderful combination of two movements for spinal mobilization. Oblique work. Rolling it down and up. Good, super controlled. Try and keep your shoulders in contact with the mat at all times. Control down. Lightly engaged and brace through your core. I'm going to let my knees drop down. And I'm now going to use this oblique to lift them up. Keep pushing down into the floor with your hands. Back up to the top. And there we go. Feet down flat. Hands go down. Get ready for that. Tilt. 3, 2, 1. Tilt up. Nice and high. Control down. And again. And again. Good. As you drive up, try and keep the weight through the heels. Push through the heels. Control down. Tilt. Tilt the pelvis, lift, and down. We'll do one more, please. And again, tilt the pelvis, lift, control down. Wonderful. Hands wide, knees together, control down, total control. Lovely. Little reminder again, throughout the Russian twist, you're keeping a nice light engagement in the core. You're not squeezing it, you're just staying braced. And then we're just, as always, I'll say it every session, we breathe behind the bracing. One more. Beautiful. Last time. Hands go down flat and tilt and elevate and down. Wonderful. Tilt up. High, push from the heel, good. One vertebrae at a time, layer them down like bricks. Tilt, a couple more of these. Down. Last time, please. Really stay focused on that tilt up. Keep it tilted. And then down at the bottom. Hands wide, knees together, 90 degrees. Rotate down, control it up, other side. As we've progressed along throughout the month of January, you should notice that you've got an increased range of motion in this movement. Steady progression with mobility through the spine is what we're looking for with these two movements. I know I have. The spine needs to be able to move properly, rather than just one or two vertebrae doing the lion's share of work. And that's what we do. That's one of the goals of pure Pilates-based movements, is there's a lot of spinal mobility involved with a pure program. It's not just strengthening, it's making it strong, making sure that the spine can move correctly. Is what I've garnered from stealing my wife's Pilates course. And down. Lovely. Big stretch for me. Push the toes away, arms above the head. I'm a little bit close to the camera here. Grab yourself a drink. Here we go. Onto all fours. Now, if your wrists struggle a little bit, you can roll the mat over a couple of times just to reduce that angle inside the wrist. Brace the core. We're going into the bird dog movement here. So it's opposing limbs. Stretch and imagine that you're not lifting, but you're elongating. Like a hunting dog pointing at bird, nose to tail. Hence the name bird dog. Hence, what's that word? It's not often I get to use that. Good. Bring your focus and your attention into what's happening in your hips. Stay embraced. Now in the next few, we're going to slow it down and hold it at the top. Hold. 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 Control. And again. One more, please. Last time. Lie down flat on your front, please. Hands nice and wide. And make two fists, two thumbs pointing to the ceiling. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and elevate. And down. And again. Shoulder blades, elevate. Two more. Last time. Beautiful. Oh. Give us a big stretch up. Stretch up, cat it out a little bit. Good. Back into some awesome bird dogs, please. Brace that core. Now have just a quick self-check. The heel of the hand is underneath the shoulder. The knee is underneath the hip. Knees and shoulder width apart. Nice and square in that position. I'm going to go off kilter ever so slightly just so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, head goes down. That's bird dog. And then down. Change. Now, as you elevate, imagine it's the glute lifting the leg up. And then when they get to the top, it's squeezing the glute as well. Braced, engaged. Breathing behind the bracing. Snow removal has arrived. Come on, people, keep going. Reach, elongate, stretch. It's not so much lifting, but when we get to that stretch position, squeeze that glute. One more. Back down onto your front. So the name of this movement is called a T3 raise. So that refers to your track 3, your lower trap muscle. So shoulder blades squeeze together, elevate. And again, this is a fantastic postural exercise. And again. Good. Imagine there's a finger between your shoulder blades and you're squeezing. 2 more. Last time, please. Good. 3rd set of bird dogs. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the glute. And again. Squeeze. Imagine there is a pint of water on your hips, or whatever you want to put in a glass. Your goal is to not spill any water as you make that transition from side to side. Envisage someone has poured concrete inside your stomach and they've locked it all up. And your shoulder and your knee are 2 hinges. They hinge up, hold, hinge down. Again, hinge up, hold, hinge down. Last time, please. Last time for the T3 raise. Hands wide, 2 fists, thumbs up. 3, 2, 1, squeeze, elevate. And again. Two more, please. Last time. Good. Grab yourself a drink of water if you need to. And then lie yourself down on your back, please. Whew. Okay, so the next focus is a reverse crunch. So we really want to focus on the lower abdominals. Arms go down nice and flat. And the goal here is to lift the hips off the floor. So we're going to do a set of 12. What we do, I'll show you a couple. And then back down again. First few times you do this, it ain't pretty and you're just like rocking it back. Because it takes a while to get these lower abdominals engaged. Let's give it a few more goes. So we're just lifting up. And I'm just trying to push my knees into the ceiling. Really push down with the hands. Push the knees to the sky. 2 more. Last time. Good. I'm actually heating up. Disrobe somewhat. Side plank for those obliques. Again, I really like to use a little bit of a rolled mat. And then we're going to take it up. Find that position. This is oblique. Just down here. It's doing all the work. Stay strong. Solid. Stay with me. Stay with me. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hip down. Swizzle yourselves around. There we go. Up. And hold. Nice and braced. Nice and solid. Stay strong. Stay braced. Stay braced. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, let's do these reverse crunches again. Arms go down nice and flat, shoulder blades are together. Let's aim for 12 of these. So, push and down. Imagine you are piercing the ceiling with your knees. Straight up. Push down with the arms. Two more. Last time, please. Good. Side oblique. Straighten out the body, lift up, have a little poke around at that oblique underneath here, and hold. You can either go on the hip or nice and high. Wonderful. So the beauty of doing a little bit of core work a couple of times a week is that the goal is to stimulate the core, because the core really should be working all day long. And that's why I'm a huge advocate of 15 to 20 minutes worth of core work. 3, 2, 1. It's not a set of muscles that want to be overloaded and worked hard, say, for example, like the legs or the upper body. Imagine if you overly fatigue your core muscles and then you need them throughout the day. They don't work very well. That's why it was a crazy few years ago for people to buy an exercise ball to sit on. It's a good idea. It does challenge the core to stay upright all day long, but it fatigues and exhausts the core throughout the day, and then it can't do its job of protecting the spine. And it's easy to get spinal strains and sprains from sitting on a ball all day long. So it's good to use for 20 minutes a couple of times a day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Last set reverses. So core work, 20 minutes twice a week. Focused work like this is perfect. 3, 2, 1, and down. If your bum is just coming off that mat a millimeter, that's okay. Just the act of pushing is all that's required. I mean, it's coming off a few inches, that's good as well. But it's not so much rocking back, it's pushing straight up, trying to lift the hips off. Mine are burning. It's burning. Come on, keep the shoulder blades together. Push down with the hands. One more, please. Whew. Last set of obliques. Nice and straight up. And hold. Hold, nice and steady. Have a poke. Is that oblique on? Mine is. Keep the belly button drawn and pulled in. Hold, 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 hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down, change. Lift yourself up, hold, brace. So, Nigel's tip of the day, top trainer tip, don't overtrain your core. Little, just a little bit, that's all it needs. And it engages and stimulates the core, so then it starts to work more throughout the day, because it should be working all day long. 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Okay, friends, we have completed your core workout, and now we're about to go into some nimbly bimbly. I'm going to adjust a couple of things on here, change the view ever so slightly. This goes up. It's a little bit bright. Let's go around to the other side. There we go. Okay. Whew. Start where we started before. A wonderful big abdominal wall stretch. Stretch, 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 push them away. You should have had an opportunity to grab yourself a nice drink, should you need to. Reach up, intertwine your fingers over your knee, and then gently tease that knee into your shoulder. Don't yank it, don't pull it, tease it. Quick reminder of levels of intensity of stretches that we're striving for, 5 or 6 out of 10. Quick reminder as well as to why we do that. If I was to stretch my hamstrings and I went to pain and sustained that level of pain, something inside the central nervous system reads that as terror. And so it tries to guard the joint. And so it stops the muscle from releasing inside the fascia. And then it sends the tension into the tendon and the ligament rather than the muscle. And then immediately afterwards, the body responds by tightening itself back up again because it feels it's been overstretched. So overstretching is counterproductive to mobility goals. That's why I use words like gentle and tease and encourage. That's a new one. I just made that up. Oh, so after a while of getting set into a stretch, we can then start to, what I'm doing here is I'm just moving that knee around a little bit, pulling it around, get it in a nice little stretch, move it in. Good. And down. Change over. Pull that knee in. Teasing it in. There we go. Just letting the central nervous system recognize what's occurring and for it to agree that this is something that we want to do. Nice, big, steady breathing. And it's on the exhalation when the muscle slides inside the fascia and it opens up a little bit more. Deep breath in. Start moving that around. Just nice. A little bit of movement. Good. Take the other knee up. A couple of circles. Circle it around, just massaging that lower back a little bit. Change direction. Turning it around. One more. Good. Feet down, pretty close to your bum, but heels together. Take your hands up, allow them to fall back. That could be a big stretch through your shoulders already. Your arms could be lifted up, and so just let gravity do its job. Now, at the same time for the lower body, try and push the soles of your feet together, and then try and release, and then just let gravity pull your knees down. Shoulder blades are squeezed together. So just letting gravity pull down on your groin a little bit. Now, take the breath into your diaphragm. And again. Arms up, knees together, leg goes down. So we're going to do the glute spinal rotational twist, stretch. Knee goes up, and then just guide and gently encourage that knee to fall down. At the same time, trying to keep the shoulder solid down into the floor. There we go. Straighten out that straight leg. Now, the rest of this stretch occurs with the breathing. Bring your consciousness into your body. Be aware of what you feel. Are there any muscles tight? Are there any muscles switched on that you need to switch off? Imagine being sucked down into the ground. I feel the stretch a little bit in my arm, shoulder, chest, a little bit. And now it's just seeping into my ribs at the back here as they start to spread apart a little bit. Lower back, a lot of glute. My muscles that want to switch on are my lower glute that's closest to the floor, my groin. And I just want to encourage that knee a little bit higher. The higher up this knee goes, the more of a stretch you get inside the glute. Big, deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Relax, surrender and release. Surrender and release. Five or 6 out of 10 for intensity. Have a little look. You should notice that your knees just gradually got itself a bit closer to the floor. Or you just slowly unwrap yourself from the stretch. Ooh, slowly. Take your time. Beautiful. Ooh. Foot goes up, straighten out the hips. Leg goes down, cross up, reach over, guide that knee across. There we go. Breathe and exhale. Ideally, your breaths are going to be taken into your stomach. Raise that knee a little bit. Bring the focus into the body. Where's the stretch occurring? For some reason, I get a stretch behind my right shoulder blade on this one. Although, as I mention it, it goes away. And now it's gone into my chest. I'm getting some pins and needles in this hand. But clearly something's getting stretched in the nerve on this right side. Big deep breaths, please. And ease out. Oh, stretch, stretch, stretch. Oh, push the toes away. Reach with the fingertips. Whew. Move yourself over onto your side. Oh. Give it a couple of seconds. Let things settle. Now move yourself over onto your front. Oh. Whew. Again, shuffle around. Let yourself settle a couple of times. We're going to do some wonderful cobra work. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And down. And again. Exhale. Push with the hands into the floor. It's not so much that you're lifting your upper body, you're pushing your upper body up and down. And look up as you go. Look up and down. 2 more. Last time. Wonderful. Take yourself up, knees apart, toes together. Sit yourself down into the child's pose with a big stretch. Try and push your bum down in between your heels. Then if you want to, wrap those arms around and let them relax. Now, as you breathe in this position, imagine you're breathing into the ribs at the back so that the lungs open out the ribs. Okay, hands down, push yourself up. Whew. So we're going to go for some glute stretches just here. Start with a couple of calf stretches at the back. Pump those heels down. Keep changing over. Okay, it's time to do the pigeon. It goes up. And back we go. Be patient. Ooh, just feel around. Here we go. Gradually and gently just ease into that movement. Now, it's not uncommon to feel an almighty stretch going into your groin and hamstring as well. Now, if you feel like you want to, you can put your pigeon to sleep, so you can stretch your arms in front, take the head down, or if you want to, just give it a couple of fists. I like to rest my forehead just here. And breathe. You can stay in your pigeon stretch, or you can go for the quad stretch. Bend the knee, reach around. So it's my right hand gripping my left foot for a stretch of my left quad. Might be reversed in the camera. Keep the chest up. Get that stretch. Again, it's an advanced movement. If it ain't doing it, just stay in that stretch for the pigeon. Breathe. Ease out. Whoa. Calves again a couple of times. Pump them down. We're going to change sides. Nice and steady. There we go. So, I was talking last week about fluid. Just a little reminder at the end for the next hour afterwards, get yourselves a minimum of half a litre of water gradually sipped into your body, just so it can permeate and seep into your tissues. Open up those cells, allow those cells to hold some more fluid. Encourage that fascia to release. Out of all the mobility techniques that you can use, it's still scientifically proven that stretching is the best thing you can do. You can do myofascial release, you can do rolfing, you can do anything that's stretching. Holding a position gently is what works best. Breathe and exhale. If you want to, put it to sleep. Breathing into your ribs again, please. Go for the quad stretch if you want to. Three, two, one, and down. Oh, good stretches. I'm nearly there. A few more minutes left. So, pop yourself into position. Get your heels nice and wide, and then spend a few seconds just like, whoa, go a little bit wider. Place your hands in front. Take a deep breath in, and edge those fingers forward as you breathe out. And again. Take note of where your fingers are. Nice and upright. Place one hand down and then start stretching over towards that other foot to feel that stretch going down at the side of the body. Put it back. Change over to the other side. Trying to reach, I go further this side for some reason. Change over. Keep moving that around. And have another little look. See if you go further any further. And back. Okay, shake them out a little bit. Hand goes over, the leg goes over, reach across, and then stretch for some good spinal rotation. And release. Change over. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And release. Cross those legs for me. Have a little check. Push those knees down. This elbow is going to go down into the mat. There we go. And then we're going to stretch this arm around and back again into the biggest circle you've got. Change direction. Pull around. Huge big circle. One more. Nice and upright. Push the elbow down. Big circle. And again. Change. One more. And there we go. We have completed Nimbly Bimbly again for another day. That's half an hour. Stretching your little bodies, opening up your tissues. Now it's your job to go and fill yourself with fluid so that what we actually do sticks. And ask all to unmute. Okay, friends, how you feeling?
Excellent. Taller.
Yeah. And
If I was going to say, if the object of that last one with the elbow on the ground is to topple over, I'm doing it extremely well. I'm off the ground and everything.
Well, if that's what occurs, as long as you don't injure yourself, we'll go with that.
Thanks, Nigel.
Thanks, Kelly. Well done. So tomorrow is Wednesday. Back to some strength and some cardio is hardio. And we're going to be doing something tomorrow called German body composition training. And it's a little taster of some of the things that we're going to be doing in February, as I've just about completed the workout plan for February.
Hey.
So, thank you very much, everybody, for
Thank
joining
you.
me. Enjoy the day. And ladies, enjoy your snowshoeing.
Yeah, looking forward
Hey.
to it. Take care.
Drive carefully.
Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Have a great day.